Carrasco. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. And here's Carrasco. And here's Suarez. He's off. He's had a go! Oh, the ball's come loose. Messi.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Griezmann. Koke. Koke drives it forward. And now they can launch a counter. And it's Carrasco. And here's Suarez. He's on it. Has a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
And the defence can get it clear. Brings it forward.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
That's offside. Yes, it is. Battles to win it back. Griezmann with a shot! Oh, taken with style! Barcelona are back in business! That was easy, almost too easy.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Carrasco. That's not going to make it. That is an adventurous run down the left-hand side. Carrasco. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's gone for it!
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Messi. Well played, he saw that coming. Defender's on the back foot. And he's pulled him up for that challenge. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
Caught offside that time. PK. Coutinho. Now it's Messi. Jordi Alba. Hits one! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. Jim, your thoughts?
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Barcelona go into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
He's gone for it! He's scored! And already they're looking to run away with it. Smartly deceptive, what quality.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Hoists it forward, and it's Carrasco. And here's Suarez. Coutinho tries to get it forward quickly. He's through. Trippier. Coutinho. There's the whistle for half-time. There's the start of the second half.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Messi! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Barcelona blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Trippier. And it's played forward. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Titi gets into the right position to intercept. Piqué. Piqué goes looking. And it's Jordi Alba. He's making good use of his strength there. Just refuses. Goes for goal! Really well taken goal. Players ecstatic. Fans delirious. This is utopia. Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. Conditions absolutely beautiful. Perfect for the beautiful game. Temperatures are kind as well. No doubt playing a hand in high attendance levels as well as an elevated level of anticipation here. Surely this is the hot ticket going around in this neck of the woods. It surely must be. This is the gladiatorial arena that is the Stadio Olimpico, for so long the symbol of Rome's grand sporting history. Too high. Hits one! And it's a goal!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for, a player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example.
Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, that's brilliant from him. Such a calm finish. Just pick your spot, don't think about what the keeper's going to do, concentrate on what you have to do.
Manchester United trail at this early stage. Now will they respond? Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Manchester United have a free kick. Piqué is there to heave it away. Bruno Fernandes. This could spell danger. Jordi Alba. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Greenwood.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Now can he finish? Rashford. Oh, the ball's come loose. Rashford decides to play it as a pop. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Griezmann did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Rashford. Over to the left. In comes the cross. And out to safety.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Griezmann absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Cavani. Cavani! Plays it back. And here's the chance to counter. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Lindelof. Greenwood. Cavani with a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Manchester United really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Manchester United are back on level terms. Ter Stegen reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Well, look, regardless of whether the keeper could have done better or not, Peter, that was all down to the excellent movement in getting into the right...
And Messi! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate.
And they've been caught out here. Who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Alex Telles. He's pinged one through here. Fred. It's Rashford. Bruno Fernandes plays it out to the wing. Philippe Coutinho. Driving on now, what can they conjure from here? And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Fires it in low. Bruno Fernandes. Alex Telles. He's got away. Oh, robust challenge. Heads it! Superb goal! routine, put away just as they had practiced it.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Manchester United take the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find...
Greenwood, with a definite foul there. PK. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Referee's had a look, and he's played his whistle for half-time. Manchester United come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Manchester United head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Now it's Messi. Pogba. Greenwood. It's on a plate. Rest shapes to shoot. Messi. And it's Cavani. Greenwood. Well read, he sorted that out. Messi has created one goal already. There's the through ball. He's made sure that that won't get through. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
You can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
He's had a go! That was venomous. PK plays it forward. Coutinho. Griezmann. Turns and goes back. Messi.
Barcelona showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Oh, real danger here. Griezmann. And here's Messi. Has a hit! No mistake! Barcelona are back in business.
Barcelona are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Needed a better pass there. Bruno Fernandes tries running with the ball at his feet. And he just whacks it away. Bruno Fernandes. Well, there's something you don't see every day. And it's Cavani. Rashford. Bruno Fernandes. Chooses to go back. Shot at goal! Manchester United get it back again. Shaw. behind for a corner kick. Tries a header! Going for goal! Good reason for optimism here. Manchester United with another corner. Defending of the desperate variety.
Manchester United merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously. Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Bye. Pogba tries lifting it over. Has a pop! Goal! Manchester United! Into the lead once more. Oh, that always looked the likely outcome.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead.
I think the danger for them now is fatigue. I think when the body tires, the mind soon follows, so concentration is key from here. Barcelona need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Longley gets into the right position to intercept. Now a chance to break. Martial delivers. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Well positioned to make that interception. And it's Bailly. And that will be the final act. Well, that's bounce-back ability, responding superbly to come from behind, shrugging off setbacks along the way, and determinedly getting there in the end. So a dramatic game, decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit.
So it's down to business here. Rashford. Philippe Coutinho. And it's Roberto. Well weighted. It's a fabulous position. He's had a shot! Philippe Coutinho. Cavani. Now a chance to break. Pogba. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. And it's Coutinho. And here's Jordi Alba. Oh, well played, he needed to get that right. Hoists it forward, and the counter is on. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cavani. Rashford. He gets past his man. Cavani with a shot! Bruno Fernandes. Alex Telles. Now hits one! Forward it goes.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Clears it out of harm's way. Piqué gets it back. Piqué is the guilty party there. Piqué is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Gets away from his opponents. Messi. Chance! Pogba. Now it's Cavani. It's on a play. He's gone for it. Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was...
Has a hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Jordi Alba. Coutinho. Chance to shoot. Wan-Bissaka with a fine tackle. And it's Coutinho. And here's Messi. Hits one! Sticks it away! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Up he gets! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. Oh, an absolute gem of a cross. It made the header simple.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Manchester United take the lead. Rashford plays it out to the wing. Tries the cross. Cleared without complication. Now it's Messi. Oh, they could break here. Well positioned to make that interception. Now it's Messi. Messi is fouled. Lacking in accuracy.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
And it's played forward. Rashford. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cavani. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Yet another dead ball chance. Attempt, but not quite good enough. PK can get it clear. Messi. And it's Roberto. And Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Pogba tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, good interception. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Cavani has been fouled. That's a foul. It could be a penalty. Now the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Manchester United with a chance here to increase their lead. Bruno Fernandes! And the follow-up. Ter Stegen trying to get there. A really close shave and the last action of the first half. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, and
he has been fouled there. Pogba. Fred. Greenwood. Greenwood has been caught there, it's a foul. So what can they conjure from this one? Timely intervention. Griezmann absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the...
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. Jordi Alba. Longley. Philippe Coutinho. And it's Messi. Coutinho already, of course, on the score sheet. Coutinho can't get the better of his opposite number. Breaks on here. Greenwood gets the better of his man. Shoots! Oh, real danger here. Bruno Fernandes. And the shot! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the lead now is 2.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
It's got through to him. Going for goal! Cavani spreads it towards the left. Oh, Red, he sorted that out.
Barcelona have made their intentions clear by leaving men up front.
Looking to play on the break.
Yeah, it's obvious that they're prepared to take a risk or two.
Well weighted. Shot a goal! And in it goes! Right back in the game!
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Now it's Messi. He's left his man. Oh, it's opened up nicely. Big chance!
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
It's a loose ball. Alex Telles. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, real chance! Rashford. Alex Telles plays it in. Forward it goes. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Just brushed off the ball there. It's come loose. Griezmann set up 1 goal so far.
Manchester United are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Now it's Griezmann. He's away. Oh, that's a fine... Tries one!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Rashford. Cavani. Cavani! In it goes! Two ahead, late in the day, game over surely. What about that, Jim Beglin?
Look, if you defend so carelessly, it's going to prove costly. And to afford that sort of room to somebody, you know, what are they expecting? To get away with it? It's not going to happen.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat. Has he picked him out? Looking to break out here. Going through. This could fall anywhere. Jordi Alba very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Now it's Griezmann. He's got away. Has a pop! And yes, it's there! Deep, deep into injury time! Well, how's that for a class finish?
I just thought he knew exactly what he was doing by feigning to move one way and then readjusting back. Controlled trickery.
Barcelona give themselves a chance. And that's it. Manchester United come out on top. Hard fought, impossible to predict. In the end, though, only the result mattered. But Jim, how do you reflect? Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much-anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere... Roberto! It's their first effort on goal.
Well, the control on receipt was far better than the control on dispatch.
Quadrado. And it's Ramsey. It's Ramsey! Oh, real danger here. Chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for, a player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example.
Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's all.
Shot a goal! Good ball, it's found its target. Arthur plays it forward, and here's the chance to counter. Finds himself eased off the ball, hoists it forward. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Bonucci is the guilty party there. Good idea, just poorly executed. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Quadrado.
Juventus have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's had a shot! Back of the net!
Oh, it's lovely to see the art of disguise alive and well, but the keeper straight into no man's land.
Barcelona grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there right now.
Chiesa, he spotted the run and played him through. And the finish! Goal! Juventus! Into the lead once more. Smartly deceptive, what quality.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And it's played forward. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Gets wrestled off the ball. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, he has great set-piece prowess.
Messi! Pjanic, Roberto. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Danilo gets rid without sophistication. Has a goal! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Now it's Morata. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And that's sprayed out wide. Oh, what a ball! Hits one! It's being played forward, and now the breakaway. He's got through. Well positioned to make that interception. Danilo. approaching half-time and still behind. They'll make something happen now. De Ligt. And it's Dybala. Arthur. Dybala. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, that was close. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Looking for space out wide. Danilo. Chiesa. And here's Morata. Dybala. We've reached half-time. So a really good half of football. 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
He's gone for it! It's there! Barcelona are back in business! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took to the...
Yeah, he's fouled it now. Pjanic. Well, they can break here. Now it's Morata. Pjanic battles to win it back. Good take, and Pjanic!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Ramsey. Chiesa. And here's Morata. Morata threads one through. That is terrific skill. Can he deliver? Chip through. That intervention was very necessary. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Barcelona just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
And it's Messi. Looks to thread it through. Roberto. And they've been... And Pjanic! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Keeps everyone guessing. He's gone for it. Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Well, it's an inspired substitution to... Oh, shooting chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Barcelona are looking quite mean on the counter, and combating that requires even more meanness.
It's the through ball. He's left his back, goes for goal! It's a goal! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now.
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by such a swift breakaway and such a well-worked finish too.
Barcelona are 2 up and into a position of real strength.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Pjanic. Dembele. No complaints about that challenge. Robust but fair. Arthur. Dashing forward at pace. Cuadrado. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Ramsey. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Good ball. That's it, and now has a hit! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is 3! It is surely done!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Danilo. And it's Cuadrado. Fires from distance. He's beaten the kick, and in it goes! And they are right back within touch! He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball. And that's it! Barcelona did it the hard way, a testament to their great powers of recovery. They have defied the odds. Your final thoughts, Jim?